Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Okay, so we're 7-8 thousandths off, which isn't bad. Now 5 or 6. And so we're fairly close. Going to go in and snug everybody down, make sure we're good and tight. Okay, we're down to about 3. Okay, that's 3. Ah. One and a half or so. And I want to get it pretty close. Oh, wrong side. That's about a half a thou. Maybe 2 or 3 tenths. All right, I like that. Let's come out to the end here and see what it looks like. Well, we're out by a shitload. Okay. So there's our high. Okay, so now we're going to come in and take this down. Where's our line? There it is. All right, let's come in and see what kind of taper we got here. Nine. 8.5. Wow. Half thou taper. I can live with that. Check our taper once again. 14.5. Phew. 14 and maybe 4 tenths. Okay, so We've got that. Now we need to go measure the hole that we have for in the disc. Be back. All right, so our disc has a 3/4 hole in it at the moment. We're going to take this down, not to 875, but we want to get ourselves a decent shoulder here in order to press up against that. So we're at 980 or 960. So if we came down to 9, I'd be happy. So we're sitting at 912. And I think what I'm going to do is come in with another bit here, because these bits always have a bit of a radius on them, and I want a nice sharp corner there to press into. So we've got a high-speed bit here. Let me go throw a quick sharpening on it. Okay, we have to take 12 thousandths off in order to reach 900. Okay, whatever that size is, that's what we're going with. And 903.5, doesn't really matter. So we've got about a 1/4 inch of material that we want to be this size, and everything else we want to be a little bit smaller. Let me see how. So it's more like a 1/2 inch. So here's a 1/2. Let's just go to 600, and that way we're totally safe. And we're going to just drop this down maybe 10 thousandths. Now our disc will slide onto there and then press that last 1/2 inch. And let's just make sure we're in good shape. Yeah. We're at 995 or 895. So that's pretty much that for that. I think we take this out of the lathe. And go over and do a hole. Yep, didn't touch it. Mac these guys up though. Do a hole that'll fit this. We'll be back. Okay, we got a fresh cut on that bit. Let's see if that's gonna do anything. All right, we've come in with a carbide insert, and that seems to be doing a pretty good job. I think we're still in good shape as far as how much room we got left. Uh, 8:30. Okay. I don't know, something's going on. We could be hitting with that bit just a little bit. I'm gonna take and reduce the back side of it. Yep, I see it. Okay. Okay, I've been fighting with this thing for a good hour, and I finally figured it out that I didn't have enough clearance on my bit. And so I kept adding more and more clearance and looking at it closely, and it wouldn't work out. And finally I snubbed in, I don't know if you can see it, I'll pull it in. Yeah, I snubbed in my bit really short and brought it down, and then created a little bit more clearance, and I finally got the right clearance, and I got that thing to peel off nice little pigtails like that. Of course, I didn't have the camera on, but hey. So now we're down 2 size, and that part fits. Remember, we cut that extra small, and we get into here, and it's just starting to kind of wiggle its way in. We've got a 2/1000 press to do, and I think what I'm going to do is heat this up, and it'll just drop right in. Okay, so we got to figure out where we are at. Actually, the spline comes in on the other side. Okay, so I think we're going to take this off. Oh, first I want to square this up and square this up, because I'm going to be coming back to these two surfaces. So let's do that real quick like. And I want to use a high-speed bit here, just because I can get a better surface with that. Hopefully. Okay, we got those two surfaces nice and clean. All right, now we'll take 120 thousandths off of that, and let's make it 140. Somewhere in that general area. And we're going to take that down to 3,620. Okay, I think we can just stop right there. We're gonna come back. I got a burrito with my name on it, and gonna go down to the house and have that for lunch. We'll come back up, and I've been thinking about it, and it would be easier to put the holes in here before we weld in the shaft. So that's going to be the next step, and we will be back. Okay, so we've got our plate, and I realized that I could put the holes in it later because this thing will fit in the super spacer and no problem. So we're going to put this thing together. Come on. Got to get the gas in the line. Been a couple days since I fired this sucker up. Let's see how it goes. Nope, didn't go. That's no problem. It went most of the way. Now what that's going to give us is a preheated disc to weld to. And that should be good. Let's go over and weld. Okay, before we start welding on this thing, I want to set it up between centers and make sure that we've got a nice square disc floating in the center of this thing. So it's not gonna yeah, it looks like it's off a little bit. Let's get an indicator on this. I don't know, about 5 thousandths or 7 thousandths. That's not too bad. I think I can live with it. Let's just, so at this point, we can grab it, disconnect it. All right, we're still nice and warm. First thing out is I need to protect this spline. So I've cut a little piece of pipe, and we're gonna just throw a quick tack weld on it. Let me go get my glove. Okay, we're going to start out by putting a bead of arc around that, because that's going to be good and strong. And it looks like my batteries have gone bad. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to tack these in first and then go and test them once more and make sure we're still in decent shape. Let me go throw them in the lathe real quick like and just make sure that we're still okay. As good can be. So let's start welding. All right, that looks pretty good. I think we can live with that. Now we wrap it in a blanket and let it sit overnight.